Hi, my name is Cassandra. Today, I'm going to guide you through the opinion essay writing homework. First, you need to have read the short article called Future Food. It looks like this. If you haven't read it yet, then stop the video and read the article first. If you have already read the article, let's keep going. There are two questions you need to answer in your essay. The first question is, would you like to try lab-grown meat? You should give an honest opinion of yes or no. There's no correct answer. We just want to know your own opinion. If you want to answer yes, then you would use the grammar phrase, I would like to try lab-grown meat. But if your answer is no, then you should use the grammar phrase, I wouldn't like to try lab-grown meat. In the essay, you need to give some reasons and examples to support your answer. The second question for your essay is, do you think lab-grown meat, plant-based meat, or normal meat is the best for people and the world? Although there's not a lot of information about plant-based meat or normal meat in the article, we can still use some common knowledge answers. At the top of your draft page, we've given you some additional information. It has a list of pros, good things, and cons, bad things, about the three types of meat. You can use this extra information to answer question 2 of your essay. When you answer the question, do you think lab-grown meat, plant-based meat, or animal meat is the best for people and the world? You can use the grammar phrase, I think, and give your opinion. We want to know your ideas. Now, let's look at the opinion essay style. The goal of this essay is to share your ideas, your opinion. Therefore, we have made a template to help guide your writing. We don't want you to worry about grammar. Just focus on your ideas and sharing those ideas. This essay will have 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph is the introduction. The second paragraph is body 1, where you're going to answer the first question. Then you'll have body paragraph 2. This is where you answer question 2. And last will be the conclusion paragraph. If you look at the assignment handout, you can see the essay draft example, where I have given you my ideas. And there's also the assignment draft page. If you don't have those ready, get them ready now. The draft page is where you can write your answers before you write your final essay. If you're ready, let's get started. First, the introduction paragraph. There are 3 parts: the hook, additional information, and your thesis or opinion. This is what your introduction paragraph looks like on those 2 assignment pages. At the top, I've given my example. You can see underline and red words. Those are my opinions. Don't copy them. They're mine. I want to know your idea. That's why you have an empty section. You can write your own ideas in your own parts, and you don't have to worry about the grammar. You can copy the parts already written. Okay, here we go. The first sentence of your introduction is called the hook. It's an interesting question to get people's attention. It's empty on your page, but if you look at the example, I have wrote, do you know where your food comes from? Think of your own question and write it now. Good. The next sentence, or sometimes many sentences, is called the additional information. This explains what is the general topic you are writing about. And I want to give you a hint for all of your essays in the future. Usually, you can find the answer in the first paragraph of the article that you read. It's very useful. You can go ahead and copy that. So I wrote, in the future, people might eat new kinds of meat. It will be grown in a lab. If you want, you can copy that part. Go ahead and copy it. All right, now for the last sentence of all introduction paragraphs. This is called the thesis, or your opinion. The thesis summarizes your opinion that you will be explaining in the essay. For this essay, it should include your answers to both questions. For example, I wrote, I would like to try lab-grown meat, but I think that plant-based meat is the best option for people and the planet. In the draft, you can just fill in your opinions. We have given you most of the grammar. So go ahead and write that now. What are your opinions? All right, next are the body paragraphs. There are 3 types of sentences: the topic sentence, supporting sentences, and detail sentences. Here's how it looks on your handout. Again, the top is my example. Don't copy the red or underlines. But the bottom is how it looks on your draft. Some of them will include hints on the grammar, like would or wouldn't. But if you're in high school, it'll be more blank. You need to add the grammar on your own. All right, so the first sentence of any body paragraph is called the topic sentence. The topic sentence clearly says your opinion about the first part of your thesis. So for example, I wrote, first, I would like to try lab-grown meat. Go ahead, fill in your opinion in the draft. All right. The next sentence is called the supporting sentence. This is where you give your opinion about the topic sentence. Usually there will be a because in the sentence. For example, I wrote, I want to try lab-grown meat because it's amazing that scientists have the technology to create meat in a lab. Fill in your reasons in the draft now. Good. Now you have to add some detail sentences. Details give more details about supporting sentences. That's why it's called a detail sentence. This is going to explain your reasons better and with more information. It makes you sound smarter. For example, I wrote, it might taste strange, but maybe it will be delicious too. Go ahead and add details to your draft. Good. Next is the body 2 paragraph. It is the same style as the body 1 paragraph, but this time you're going to be explaining the second question of the essay. Again, there are 3 types of sentences. First, the topic sentence. Second, supporting sentences. And third, detail sentences. All right, in your handout, this is what it looks like. Again, the top is my examples. Don't copy teachers' examples. And the bottom is how your draft looks like. This is where you can write your own opinions. All right, so again, for topic sentence 2, Clearly say the topic of your opinion about the second question or second part of your thesis. I wrote this. Second, there are 3 types of meat: lab-grown, plant-based, and animal meat. Here's a hint. You can copy this part in your essay. That's okay. For the supporting sentence, write a reason about why you have this opinion. Usually, there will be a because in the sentence. For example, I wrote, I think plant-based meat will be the best for the planet because vegetables are easy to grow. Now fill in your example in the draft. Good. Next, you need to give a detail about your reason. Why do you think that type of meat is best for the people and the world? For example, I wrote, also, the plants will be best because they can create more fresh air. Fill in your reasons in your draft. Now we're almost finished with the draft. The last paragraph is the conclusion. This is usually a shorter paragraph. There are 2 parts: repeating your thesis or opinion and repeating your hook question or making a new question. This is how it looks in the example. I copied my thesis, but I made a new question. This is how your draft looks, where you can write your answers. So for the first part, you have to repeat the thesis. This is always going to be the first sentence of your conclusion. This helps to remind the reader of what your opinions are. For example, I wrote, in conclusion, I would like to try lab-grown meat, but I think that plant-based meat is best for the people and the world. You can copy your thesis after in conclusion. Now for the end, the last sentence of your essay, you can do 2 things. The first option is to copy your hook question from the introduction. Your second option is to make a new question, but still have it about the topic. For example, I wrote, so, are you ready to try new types of meat that aren't from animals? You can write your own question, but make it about meat or food again. Now you have to put it all together. You will need to type your draft into the Google Classroom doc assignment. Your final essay should look like this. Here's some tips though to make it look this good. First, you can add more supporting sentences and detail sentences if you want to, but that's optional. But if you can, that's excellent. The second tip, do not copy or paste the red or underline parts in the example draft. Those are my ideas. Don't take my ideas. I want to know your ideas. The third hint, the last hint, you must indent each new paragraph. That's the tab button on your keyboard. That way, the first part of the paragraph goes in, and that's the correct style. English essays always need to be indented for new paragraphs. Like this and like this. Great. So go ahead, put all your draft ideas together, type it into the Google Classroom, and make sure it looks pretty just like this. I can't wait to read your ideas. Good luck!